What's going on now then?
Are we on?
Are we going to... What, eh?
Are we on?
No, I haven't turned it on, mate.
See, bloody ass, look, he's got
I haven't.
that little red light. See that little red light there underneath? He tried to catch me out on that before.
That's the auto on. I didn't do that.
It's on.
It heard a glass clink and it turned itself on.
It turns itself on. Hello everyone and welcome to... You look very smart, by the way.
And
have you changed?
And you look really rather scruffy, I might say.
He does, doesn't he? I must be honest.
You haven't.
I like it when your dad's here.
Hello everyone and welcome to this very special edition of BeerSweden Television. Trev, it is TV, what we do, isn't it?
Well, I like to think so.
Yeah. It's very hot out here today, Trev. I can see the back of his head. Can you see the back of Trev's head? It's like turned sort of puce, like Mars red.
I have to say that I think Trev is doing a grand job standing out there in this steaming heat.
Are you two going up on me?
No.
It's I'm getting these vibes.
Looking at you.
Oh, right.
I mean, that's quite a tricky job.
Accomplishment in itself, isn't it?
Absolutely.
That's why he doesn't get paid, you see.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, hello everyone. What we're going to do today, look, thanks very much for the last episode, by the way. Good that we actually got a beer that you liked. That was good.
Tremendous.
Yeah, good. It was a good beer, wasn't it?
I'll tell you what, though, if we're going to do a few of these episodes with your dad, can't we do them all in a row? Do you have to come back the day after and stuff like that?
What, you know, because of his changed his shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you haven't, and I'm used to that.
Interesting story about that shirt, actually. You smell a little bit funny.
Yes,
to say.
it does.
You do?
Yes, it's Rockfall.
Oh, is it?
And
I like Ben Sherman myself.
Yeah.
Rockfall, yeah, I was going to say.
That's a tank, isn't it?
No, it's a shirt, mate.
Oh, right.
Listen, I'll tell you quickly the story, because we haven't got forever. YouTube, you know, there is a limit. Basically, my father packed this shirt and rolled a little chunk of Roquefort cheese.
It was quite a large
chunk of Roquefort, but he bought from south of France, where you live, up to Sweden, and of course didn't realise the fact that, you know, that it was going to be so hot. And
anyway, it was. They sat on the tarmac
at the airport,
Bordeaux,
41 degrees, and basically the Roquefort, just a huge stain of Roquefort. So we've just tried to wash it off, but it does stink like a fish.
But it goes with this.
And of course we've still got the Drosty Hoffman over there.
Yeah.
So listen, here's what we're going to do today. I thought I would give you the choice of the next beer.
Okay.
And so what I did is I went into my little cellar and I picked out a few little good bits.
Okay.
And thought, you know, perhaps you want to try.
Very interesting.
Now, Brian, do you want to play Golden Shot up a bit, left a bit, right a bit?
No, do you remember that? This one here, Dark Horizon, this is from Nøgnet, this is from Norway, okay, it's pretty powerful stuff.
Is it in a bottle?
I think it's 15.5%. There's a 250 centilitre bottle actually hidden
brilliant.
Away in there. Lovely little
intriguing.
packaging. Very sweet, this one. I personally feel it's a little bit too young right now, but I don't want to obviously to sway you in any way.
Right.
Hello, my name is Ingrid. What more do we need to say about that? That's the beer your son helped brew.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, and of course that's a double IPA, 9.2%. Lovely stuff.
And I have to say that before you go on about anything else, that the label, that title, "Hello, my name is Ingrid," is very tempting,
isn't it?
You know, just as a bloke to.
Yes, exactly.
But there we are.
Yeah. He's lost me. Now this one is the one that I said that we would drink when we hit 3,000 Facebook fans. We did that just a few days ago. Having said that, this is a Basher. This is a Brewdog beer that was brewed in collaboration with Stone Brewing over in the United States of America. What's so cool about this is that Basher stands for, by the way, Black as Sin, Hoppy as Hell, right? And it's a Belgium black IPA, I seem to remember it was. But the thing about this one, it's actually been aged in Highland Park casks, and they've stuffed 40 kilos of
raspberries.
Scottish black raspberries in there as well. So it really is a complex thing. I did actually try it along with James at the brewery when I was over there, dressed as a penguin.
But mind you, Highland Park is a very good whiskey.
Absolutely. Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. Highland Park 18-year-olds, gorgeous stuff.
Yeah.
That's the third choice that we've got here. Then you've got this one. Look at this. Very, very interesting packaging. Nefarious 10-pin. Imperial Porter.
Got to be American.
For one of my favourite, absolutely American, for one of my favourite US microbreweries or craft breweries, Ska Brewing. I tell you what, there is not a bunch of crazier brewers on the planet than these guys. If you met them, you'd absolutely love them. They are totally bonkers. And they make this Imperial Porter.
So in essence what you're saying, if I said something, that we picked that one and I said something really nice about that, they might get me over there to...
Well, I doubt it. They're in Durango, I think it is. I think that's in Colorado, in sort of like the middle of nowhere. But I mean, yeah, you're probably more than welcome to go over there. But I'll come with you. 8% Imperial Porter. Don't know terribly much around it. Yeah, Durango here. But basically, I do know that they say that if you do drink this, you bowl better. Okay.
Can I just listen?
So what's it going to be?
No, I want. what intrigues me is why are all these different bottle sizes? I mean, this I assume is a pint.
This is a pint, yeah.
Right, then you've got
this is an American, isn't it?
And
It's
you've
an
got a
Imperial
quarter
pint.
of a litre.
Then you've got a tiny little one, yeah.
Yeah.
These are very
And these
special
are
collectors
third.
things, third
Yeah,
edition. These are your normal 330 mils, and this one.
This is very tempting actually because it's a very limited bottle. It was evidently only 1,060.
That's right, all numbered, absolutely,
Yeah.
and hand labelled.
Well, that label
110.
in itself is a collector's piece.
Absolutely
isn't it?
gorgeous.
Absolutely
Actually,
superb.
there's a very talented Scottish artist that's actually done that.
There's something
Johanna.
sort of rather underworld about it, isn't it?
It is absolutely stunning. And this one, of course, again, is quite cool sort of
But
artwork to it. What do you
based
think?
on the simple principle of life, I'm going to take that one because there's more of it.
Do you know, I thought
Very good. I think the criterion there was
I thought it would come down to that, to be quite honest with you. Quality gets
Yeah.
pushed aside for quantity. Yeah.
Do you
we
want
don't
two
know
straws?
that. We
Well,
do not know that.
We don't know that, of course, absolutely. All right, well, let's try and open this. Obviously, a nice little wax seal to the whole thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
a bit of gun smoke coming off of there, very nice too. Do like a porter, you know. Okay, it's the middle of the summer. It might be 27 degrees right now, but every now and again, when it gets a bit chilly at night, pour one of these into your glass. Oh, sorry, I'm ever so rude. Ever so rude.
Yes, I thought we'd rather brought you up a little bit.
There we go, sir.
Well, this is very dark again, isn't it?
This
It's
is
much
dark.
darker than the last one.
Of course, porter being a British style or English style of beer, you'll know all about it.
Oh,
Is
Mr. Porter.
it is basically going to be again another malt accented beer. Hopefully, a little bit of coffee, a little bit of chocolate, all that sort of stuff.
Have you whirled yours?
Haven't given it a whirl yet.
No, but
absolutely.
why is your head bigger
Bigger than yours? I don't know. I think it's probably got a lot of fat on your lips. Maybe it's the Roquefort on your shirt.
I don't know what it
It's
is.
important to give it a whirl, even if
Right.
it comes from Durango. Give it a whirl. Let's smell it. What are you smelling? Lovely nose on this one. Red fruit. Red berries. Do you get that?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah. Not a great deal.
You're not getting a great deal. I'm getting quite a bit. I'm getting red berries. I'm getting coca. I'm getting a little bit of almost wood. I know this not being anywhere near a cask, I'm sure, but get a little bit of wood, a little bit of sort of dusty like coca powder to it. Actually, quite a nice nose. Let's try some. Ooh, sweet.
Yeah, cheers.
It's quite sweet actually,
But there's a bitter aftertaste.
but there's a bit of quite dry
Yeah.
aftertaste to it actually. So it's quite nice. It's kind of like it's a beer of two halves. This one, isn't it? Initially up
Well,
front.
no, it's yes.
What do you think?
You're having half and I'm having half.
Yeah, good. Up front, I'm getting a little bit of sweetness. Actually, quite a lot of sweetness. Cocoa, a little bit of Cadbury's sort of chocolate.
Oh no, it's not Cadbury's.
Cadbury's chocolate. None of this Swedish stuff. Proper Cadbury's chocolate. Don't you think, Trev?
Well, I mean, the Americans have just bought Cadbury, so
That's right. So it's theirs anyway now. And then, but in the mid palate, red berries, I think, and then you get this kind of dry, sort of bitter finish to it. Quite sort of dries it out,
This
almost
is-
tannic.
It's good beer.
Isn't it? But it is good beer. It's really nicely
Good
balanced.
beer.
I would say probably
Again, it's not full of fizz.
it's not. It's actually. But I was going to bring that up. The mouthfeel on this beer is a little bit, for me, a little bit disappointing. I'm getting a bit of booze at the end as well. You're getting that? A little bit warming. What do you think? Even though it's
Very.
27 degrees, it's now 27 degrees in my chest.
What is the ABV?
The ABV is 8%. Now this is a beer that was in the System Belag. I think it was launched as a temporary listing back in March the 1st. I did a little sort of like googly. It's no longer in the System Belag. So hopefully, if you've managed to, lucky enough to grab a bottle of that and you've still got it, you're in for a bit of a treat. The mouthfeel though, I have to say, is a little bit disappointing. It's a little bit, in some sort of strange way, a little bit thin for a beer of 8%. With these sorts of characteristics in it for me. So just slightly disappointed there. But I have to say, a nice solid example of an American Imperial Porter.
What do you
Nice
reckon, Brian?
sweetness to it.
Well, I think it's a very drinkable porter. Frankly, I don't think it's one that you're going to sit and muse over for hours.
No, it's not
But-
that complex, is
no.
it? But I tell you what, Roquefort and this, what do you think?
No,
It's awful, tell you what.
yeah, I do apologise. We don't have a sort of smelly thing on this.
No, it's
Smell-o-vision.
Not,
No.
not smell-o-vision. No, it's okay.
Okay,
it's
so we've made it, but truthfully, there's some much harder Pyrenean type cheeses I'd like to eat with this.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, rather than Roquefort. Roquefort would kill this.
Okay, so you want
because it's so salty.
Okay.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
with a cleaner hard cheese, this would be great.
Fantastic. There you go. From the horse's mouth, from the cheese expert for the south of France. A fantastic beer, actually. I think in terms of rating, Trev, what do you think? Again, on a scale of 0 to 5.
Yes, it's quite difficult for me, obviously, because you know,
It's a tough one. It's a big bottle. I have to say, it's probably a sharer. I mean, I wouldn't be drinking this by myself.
No,
Would
you're
you?
not.
You
Let me
would
tell
you?
you, you're not.
No, exactly.
Fair enough.
I would share.
Yeah,
this
state
one.
the bloody obvious.
I would share this one. I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go 3 point. For me, 3.7. 3.7. I think. I think it's a very, very solid Imperial Porter. Not the best one I've ever had, but a good solid one.
I actually like it a great deal. I have to say, I think it's a very drinkable beer. It comes into the mouth nicely for me. There's a nice aftertaste, and I'm not getting filled up with gas. So in truth, I would probably, on my scale, I gave the last one 4.5. I'd say this is 3.9.
3.9. 3.9. So there we go. We'll do 2 ratings again this time. I'm going 3.7. You're going 3.9. Cool. All right. Good stuff. See, I'm converting you now, aren't I? Because did you notice you didn't go for the wine glass once?
No, I did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, well, you weren't looking.
Oh, right.
Now, okay, I just want to mention something today. I'm very honoured to be here today.
You should be.
Because it is a special day for you.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And I think perhaps a mention of that might be of use.
Yeah, the problem is that if I mention it, when this video comes out, it'll already be old history.
What we're trying to say is that
You may have to edit
what
that.
Darren is trying to say is that I'm old history, and I thank him for that. I thank him for that a great deal.
Last
I
year
think
you was
what
an
you're trying to
epitaph.
say-
Do you remember? Last year was an epitaph.
Yeah.
I think what you're trying to say is that the BeerSweden forum is actually launched today, but that's not today in real time.
That might be a week away.
That's today in a week's time or whatever it is.
No, but it is
but
the
we can
actual
bend
day.
time and space.
But for goodness sake, it is the actual
Oh,
day
it is.
that we're
We're moments away from
Yeah,
obviously doing one of the
indeed.
most exciting things in Swedish beer history.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So we're
And the-
very excited about
And
it.
the second most exciting is drinking beer. We're not getting on with that a lot.
No, we're not. But that's because you're talking too much. I think on that bombshell we should actually say
Right.
cheers and beers.
And thank you for having me.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. Thanks for coming.